And now it is time. 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 What is good, people? How is your doing tonight? Or let me say this afternoon. What is your doing? How's it going, guys? Welcome back. It is time. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, Liam. Liam White. How's it going, brother? How is your doing tonight? Santori. Vapa. I am Butramite. Okay, buddy. Okay, now. Vapa. Isn't Vapa the planet where Broly was? Am I mistaken? How's it going, Black? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Hard work. Hard work, baby. It's all hard work, man. I try. What can a guy do? You know what I mean? What can a guy do? Thanks, man. How is your wheelie? How's it going, man? I try, man. I try. I try. Vapa said that. It's Vapo. Vapo said that he come from planet Vietramite, yo. What is that all about? JB, I'm in the hood, bro. What you doing? What you saying, man? Take it in, man. Take it all in, man. Chris Jericho used to say that a lot, if you guys remember. I miss Chris Jericho and the list. Chris Jericho and the list. I miss him. Wilson, how's it going, man? Normal. Can you make it clap? Can I make what clap? What's with you, normal? What can I make clap? My chest? My chest bounce? Is that what you're talking about? Chest bounce? Boob bounce? Yeah, that I can do. If that's what you're talking about. Logan! How's it going, Logan? Loco Drew 7. How's it going, guys? How's it going, people? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Logan? Are you Logan Paul or are you just Logan? Because I gotta know. I gotta know who is up in this house, you know? I got to know who is up in this house. Is it Logan Paul or just Logan? I sound like a calmer version of The Rock. Thank you, Santori. Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate your love. Appreciate all the love, man. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Logan said just Logan. No more. What's the longest time you've ever spent behind bars? My goodness. Well, let me tell you, no more. I have never set my foot behind bars. And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. That ain't happening. That ain't happening, man. I don't belong there and I don't want to be in there. You know? Why do you look like gaming with Kev? Who is Kev, man? Who is Kev? Crystal McLean. How's it going, Crystal? Satoru. It's about drive. It's about power. Man, it's about drive. It's about power, baby. Eyebrow raising. Oh my goodness. Are you talking about The Rock? The Rock. The jabroni beating. Wow. Pipe eating. Trailer blazing. Eyebrow raising. Movie star. Can't stop till you get enough. The Rock. Is that who you're referring to, brother? How's it going, Crystal? Manny 9. Eyebrow raise. Maybe I should put on my glasses, my sunglasses, and do some eyebrow raising. Maybe it might be better. You know what I mean? You know? All right, fellas, it is time for us to get to the cream of the crop of why you guys joined this live stream. Now, give me a second. Let me roll down my window because, all right, because right now I am cooking in this damn place. I had to roll down my window. Now, it is time for us to get to the topic of the day. It is Monday Night Raw, June the 16th, 2025. This was yesterday, and right now it is June the 17th of 2025. Time is 2:57 Eastern Standard Time. All right, June the 17th, 2025. Time 2:57 Eastern Standard Time. It is time for us to get to the cream of the crop. Why I'm live. Now, like the video, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, please like the video, support the live stream. And if you want to check out my other content, please do so. If you want to support me, you can follow the channel membership. I have multiple types of content in my channel membership. Please go and subscribe and help a brother out. Support me there. Or if you want to donate while I'm talking, please feel free to use Super Chat, to support your boy. Now, Raw. Monday Night Raw. Yeah. What's good, Swag? What is happening, Swag? How you doing, man? And Swag is another heavy supporter, guys. He's supporting the membership. He's in the membership. Thank you, Swag. Now let's get into it. Raw kicks off. You see, what I like WWE, what they're doing now with their show, I really, really dig it. I really dig what Raw is doing now with their shows. Every Monday Night Raw or every SmackDown, once the show kicks off, you see stars. They show you stars coming in. They welcome their WWE stars coming into the building and their face expression and everything. And I really, really like that fact. And the first superstar that we saw, this first superstar that they showed us, is none other but the ring general. The ring general Gunther. Did y'all see the smile on Gunther's face? Did y'all look at that smile closely? Did y'all pay a good attention to the smile on his face? Gunther had this smile on his face like as if after winning the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, our boy went and got himself some. He looks like he just got World Heavyweight Champion or World Heavyweight ass after winning the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He looked like someone that got kissed by a pretty girl that he admires and he's blushing. The smile on his face looks to me like Gunter is very happy and he went and got himself some. I just want to point that out. If you think I'm wrong, go back, watch the smile on his face. But I don't want Gunter to smile too much because I kind of like him as a heel. I prefer him an anti-hero or a heel. So I like him that way. And hit the likes button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the likes button. Thanks, Rod, for letting people know, man. So Gunter, they show us Gunter. He's happy. He won the World Heavyweight Champion from Jey Uso. Congratulations to Gunter. He did a very good job. I know going into that match, Jey Uso was probably the fan favorite because the WWE Universe were in his corners, right? They were ruling for him. He was the match favorite. But as destiny would have it, Gunter choked his ass out and won the World Heavyweight Champion for the second time. So, moving forward, Gunter comes out. And of course, the fans are booing his ass. He's not getting the admiration he should get. He's not getting his respect. He's not getting his accolades. The fans were not really with him like that. But that's okay. That's okay. That is fine. Gunter comes out with a smile on his face, and he said, I can admit, I'm reading it word to word. If I mistake anything, you can quote me wrong. He said, I can admit that Jey Uso was the better man at WrestleMania. But that was only one night. One night. Jey Uso was the better man for just one night, right? Because every other single night, I, Gunter, was untouchable. Letting us know that even though Jey Uso was the fan favorite, has been in the, won the heavyweight champion, but that was only one night. Every other night, I am simply untouchable. And he moves on to talk about Seth Rollins. And Seth the freaking Rollins is the winner of the Money in the Bank. He is currently holding the briefcase, which we all know Seth Rollins is an ultimate opportunist. He will capitalize at any moment notice. He reminds me of Edge back in the day, right? And he lets Seth Rollins know that he has his numbers, that he knows he has won the money in the bank and he's holding the briefcase. and he wants to have a one-on-one conversation with Seth the freaking Rollins. And here I am getting ready to see this confrontation. Here I was, here I was waiting, anticipating what will the likes of these two in the middle of the ring conversating on what is going to happen next. I was expecting Seth the freaking Rollins to show up. Who showed up? Goldberg. 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 Goldberg shows up. Goldberg shows up. And I'm going, what? Goldberg? How? I wasn't expecting that. And I'm sure most of the fans were not expecting it. Goldberg shows up, gets inside the ring, tells Gunther, apparently, Gunther started some type of a feud. He said something about Goldberg and his family a while ago. And Goldberg reminded him of, but first, Goldberg congratulated him for winning the World Heavyweight Champion, that he deserved it, that he's a better man, but reminds him of what he said about him and his family, that he is here. He is here because Gunther is next. Pretty much that. Pretty much just that. Right? So these two has been scheduled to go one-on-one July 12th, Saturday night main event. It will be Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Champion. And the reason why I want to talk more about this is simply because for the audience who are unhappy and unsatisfied that Jey Uso didn't win the World Heavyweight Champion, I think that the World Heavyweight Champion going to Gunther is good for business. Why? Because I don't foresee Jey Uso taking on Goldberg. The likes of Jey Uso going up against Goldberg, I don't think that's worthy for business. I'm not saying that Jey Uso is not a main eventer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not taking anything away from Jey Uso. What I am saying is Gunther versus Goldberg is money and is good for business. And on top of that, that World Heavyweight Champion, you guys remember during the WCW era, okay? During the WCW era, Goldberg solidified that title. He made that title strong before it was brought into the WWE by Ric Flair to usher it and make it even more stronger. Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, those were The Rock, Booker T. Back in the day, those were the men that made the World Heavyweight Championship relevant and brought it up to some prestige degree, you know? So Goldberg knows what it takes. He knows what it takes. He knows about that title. He's been around main event to wrestle men that had held that World Heavyweight Champion for a long time. Okay? And on top of that, I love Goldberg. He's a good entertainer. So AJ Styles versus Mac Dungeon. I hope I'm not butchering his name. AJ Styles won the match with the Styles Clash. I understand that WWE is not really doing much with AJ Styles. You know, I don't think that AJ Styles has a lot of years to do what he's doing now, but I believe that the little time that he has left, I think they should do a little bit more with him. So AJ Styles is currently feuding with Dirty Dom. right? He's currently feuding with Dirty Dom, and they will be meeting at Night of Champions for the Intercontinental Championship. For, and I think this is a good thing, not necessarily for AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles feuding with Dirty Dom is a good thing because this will help Dirty Dom's persona. And Dirty Dom kind of has that Razor Ramon kind of feel with the toothpick, with the, asshole kind of persona. He's doing great with it. And I'm looking forward to see how their match is going to be. Another point that I want to address is Becky Lynch and Bailey's promo. I like their promo. Um, Apparently, a while ago, Becky Lynch cost Bailey opportunity back in the day or a while ago. And now that Bailey is back, she is looking to pick a bone with Becky Lynch. And they will be meeting each other at, I believe, Night of Champions, right? Sami Zayn versus Orton next week, Friday night SmackDown. And who is this Koros guy that keeps interrupting Sami Zayn? Who is this guy that keeps coming out of nowhere? Always trying to push Sami Zayn, telling him that he's not a man, he's scared, he's not like he's gonna fail, just trying to antagonize him. Who is this guy? So Sami Zayn this time decides to shoot back at him, right? But anyways, moving on. Jey Uso, Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed to advance for the King of the Ring. That match was a good matchup. That was a good matchup. Okay. And the interesting part of this match is the fact that while this match was going on, I can already tell that this match is not gonna be is not gonna be called down the middle. This match is not gonna go as most of the people that are watching it are going to see it come down. While this match was going on, I totally believe that it's gonna end with chaos. I saw it coming. I literally saw this match, this main event match. I saw it coming. So this match ended with Braun Breaker comes out, interrupts the match. Sami Zayn comes out, attacks Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker gets hold of the fight, gets the better of Sami Zayn, and then Penta attacks Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed goes to the turnbuckle, about to deliver his tsunami. LA Knight comes out, stops Bronson Reed from delivering his tsunami on Jey Uso, and Jey Uso capitalized with the situation, delivering his spear and two frog splash to win the matchup. I thought that was over, but unfortunately, it wasn't over simply because Seth Rollins comes out looking very, very disgruntled, about to attack Jey Uso, and then Cody Rhodes comes out to save his friend and stops Seth Rollins from attacking Jey Uso. Now, the way things are going is I'm not sure because I heard that Jey Uso, the reason why, or one of the reasons why he lost the World Heavyweight Champion was because he was injured. They are giving us this notion that Jey Uso is very much injured. And if he's injured, why is he still competing? Trying to why is he in the mix of trying to compete in the King of the Ring matchup? I don't understand. If he is injured, shouldn't he be healing himself? Unless he's not that injured unless he's not that really injured, because he's still competing every show. Jey Uso is on comes out Monday Night Raw and wrestles. He comes out on SmackDown to wrestle or engage in some type of feud. So the guy is just he just keeps going. Or it could be the fact that Goldberg is coming back and they figured out that it makes sense. It's good for business if Goldberg wrestles Gunther than Jey Uso, which I totally agree with, you know, which I totally agree with. And for the ladies, for the women's, I know Oscar is back. She wrestled. The fans were not really with her like that, but again, you know, women are really doing a good job with their matches these days. Kudos to them. Shout out to them. And we'll see where this goes. Basically, we'll see where this goes. And I'm looking forward for the Night of Champions because CM Punk will be taking on John Cena, and those two go way back. Those two are arch nemesis. CM Punk has John Cena's numbers because CM Punk has beaten John Cena in his hometown and John Cena's hometown. So I wonder what Christian is up to now. Are you talking about Christian Cage? Are you referring to Edge and are you referring to Christian from Edge and Christian? If you're referring to Christian, Captain Charisma, if that's who you're referring to, I heard that he's in AEW right now, and from what I heard he's doing pretty good. I heard that Christian Cage, Captain Charisma, is currently doing his best work at AEW. Billy Collins, what's up, man? How's it going? How's it going, man? So that's pretty much sums up the my review on Monday Night Raw this week. I'm so happy that WWE, they're tweaking things here and there, and the entertainment wise, it's pretty good. So shout out to WWE. I'm Billy. I'm doing good, man. All is well. Yep, Edge and Christian, Captain Charisma. Yeah, man. I heard that Christian is doing well at AEW. I heard that he's doing his best work at AEW as a heel. And I went and watched a couple of clips from Christian at AEW, and he likes to talk about people's father. He likes to condescend them, talks about people's father and all of that stuff. But from judging from what I saw, he's doing pretty good at AEW. I do not watch AEW like that. I only watch clips. Now that I'm watching wrestling content, I get wrestling stuff get popped up on my uh, YouTube, on my YouTube feed. So whichever I see it, I see something interesting, I'll click it. Yeah, Christian is doing well, from what I heard. He's doing well. I remember during his feud with Randy Orton, that was a pretty good feud, right? Christian and Randy Orton feud for the World Heavyweight Champion. He has the charisma, but I'm not sure why WWE kind of let him down in a way because they picked Edge over him, right? Edge became the guy over Christian. So it's like the same thing with Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. The company chose Jeff as a star, as the better one between the two. And that's what I normally see with wrestlers or tag team that came in. The Shield were very lucky that that didn't happen to any of them because all the Shield members got the chance to be a main event. All of them. Evolution, the same thing. DX, not so lucky. Nation of Domination, not so lucky. Heart Foundation, not so lucky. Um, the Dudley Boys, yeah, not really, not so lucky. They like all they did were tag teams. Devon or Barbara Ray were never allowed to go as a single wrestler. Not, they were always a tag team, right? So, how's it going, Kiona? Yeah, I'm referring to Christian because you brought up Christian, right? And I'm saying that Christian is doing one of his best work at AEW right now. Yeah, I totally understand. I totally understand, man. I totally understand. I used to do that too, but now I'm pretty much in a position where I can watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and even be able to watch pay-per-views and give you guys my take on them. But before, what I would do is the same thing that you're doing right now. Tune in once in a while if there's a big star that showed up, maybe The Rock, Brock Lesnar, maybe Edge came back. You know, I'll tune in, see what is happening, and I will leave. But now I'm now in a position where I can be able to afford the time to sit and watch WWE program. So it is what it is. Now, like the video, guys, like the stream. It helps with the algorithm. Like the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Night of Champions. Do you guys think John Cena will win? At Night of Champions, do y'all think John Cena is going to come out victorious, or do you guys think CM Punk is going to come out victorious? What do y'all think about John Cena versus CM Punk? Do y'all think that CM Punk is going to win the third time against John Cena? Because I believe, this is the third time these two are facing each other on a major fight, like a major WWE title. And one of the things that I liked about last week Monday Night Raw's promo was because CM Punk told John Cena, "You're doing the same exact thing that I did 13 years ago. You're trying to be like me. You're trying to imitate me. And you can do that all you want, but I have your numbers. You've never beaten me. I have beaten you twice. I have beaten you in my hometown, and I have also beaten you in your hometown." So CM Punk pretty much has John Cena's numbers. And you all remember this hometown thing used to be if you're wrestling and you're in a title match or you're facing someone in your hometown, you lose, right? And that started, like, I remember that wasn't a big deal, but after the Montreal screw job, the Montreal screw job was the reason why Vincent Kennedy McMahon stated that if you're if you're fighting or if you're wrestling at your hometown, you're gonna lose. Because I remember during the Montreal screw job thing, Bret Hart didn't want to drop the title because he believed that it's his hometown, Montreal. There's no way he's gonna drop the title to Shawn Michael because Shawn Michael said to him that he would not return the favor if the table was turned. That was the reason why, although these two already has, like, They have bad blood towards each other. But the fact that Shawn Michael will not return the same favor to Bret Hart if the table was turned. Bret Hart said, I'm not going to drop the title to Shawn Michaels at my hometown. And already Bret Hart is going to WCW. He's on his way to WCW. Yeah, he's on his way to WCW where he's going to make more money. So Bret Hart really has nothing to lose. And Vince could not convince Bret Hart to drop the title, to drop the belt for Shawn Michael because the two hated each other. The two hated each other. So because of that, because of the shenanigan that went behind the Montreal screw job, because of everything that went down, Vince decided and made a rule that if you're wrestling in your hometown, whether you win or you lose, that will be my decision. So most of the time during the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, and even until Vince lost control of his position at WWE, if you're wrestling and the match will be in your hometown, you can lose. You can drop the title at your hometown. So now things have shifted because CM Punk faced John Cena at his hometown and won, right? And as if that wasn't enough, he faced John Cena in John Cena's hometown, Boston, Massachusetts, and he beat John Cena in his hometown. Yeah, Bret Hart never liked Shawn Michael at all. And the reason is because Bret Hart believed that Shawn Michael is a prick. And Bret Hart has always taken himself seriously, right? Both of these individuals has their good qualities and their not so good qualities. Bret Hart takes himself seriously. He sees himself as, as someone who you can make the leader of the locker room, which I think Vince did at one point, right? Bret Hart takes himself seriously, which he should, right? Shawn Michael, on the other hand, doesn't it's not that he doesn't take himself seriously, it's just that he has a way of rubbing off people the wrong way. He has a way of doing stuff and rubbing people off the wrong way. And in that type of business, these are men, real men. If you have a problem with someone, you guys will go at the back and knuckle it up, you know? But Vince ended up choosing Shawn Michael because, I mean, I don't blame Vince. It is business. It was his call to make, and he sees Shawn Michael as someone who he can rely on to be the best performer. You know, Bret Hart is a man of honor. He takes himself seriously, you know, and he doesn't do the little bullshit Shawn Michael was doing. And the locker room respected Bret the Hitman Hart, if I recall, because I have never seen a WWE legend or a current superstar that said something wrong or that said something ill about Bret the Hitman Hart. Yes, Bret don't like Triple H either. Every interview that I have watched, and Bret, here's the thing. Every interview that I've seen Bret Hart in, and they ask him about Triple H, Bret Hart has never said anything good about Triple H. And I can understand why, because we all remember back then, Triple H and Shawn Michaels were very, very close friends. And they're still close friends till today. They were what you call the clique, right? The clique. And back then, based on what we heard, based on the story and everything, They were pricks to people. Shawn Michael, Triple H, Kevin Nash, and Razor Ramon. Those four, they were the cliques. And the story I heard, which I have cross checked, and it's true, if they want people fired or if you rub them off the wrong way, they will go to Vince and complain to Vince, and Vince will not say no. Exactly. Exactly. Vince liked Shawn Michael because Shawn Michael would do anything Vince said, unlike Bret Hart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shawn Michael was more of I wouldn't say ass kisser, but if you understand it with that terminology, ass kisser, well, if the shoe fits, then the shoe fits. You know, if the shoe fits, then the shoe fits. Shawn Michael back then, I heard he was difficult to work. He was difficult to work with. He was very difficult to work with. Even I remember the time when Stone Cold was coming up, due to the fact that Shawn Michael, every time he has a match, a title match, he fixed an injury, and so that he doesn't have to lose the title to somebody, he would just vacate it. So I remember during the time Stone Cold was coming up, Bret Hart, no, not Bret Hart, Shawn Michael. How's it going, CC? How you doing? Shawn Michael had issues to put Steve Austin over because I believe Shawn wanted to put Triple H over because they were pals, right? Because they were pals. He wanted to put Triple H over because they were friends. And I remember the Undertaker. I heard, based on what I heard, that the Undertaker told Shawn Michael that if he doesn't do the right thing, that there's going to be consequences. And I heard that Taker taped up his hand and was waiting to see what's going to happen. If Shawn Michael doesn't do the right thing, he was ready to beat the holy crap out of Shawn. That's what I heard. That was the story that I heard. He was ready to beat the holy crap out of Shawn Michaels if he doesn't put Steve Austin over, you know? So, um, knowing what we know now, right? Knowing what we know now, I wish Bret Hart had stayed in WWE. I wish Bret Hart didn't leave WWE to WCW because if Bret Hart had stayed in WWE, he wouldn't have gotten the concussion he got from Goldberg because he went to WCW. He was doing okay until he had that match with Goldberg. And with that kick Goldberg gave him, he had a concussion, and from then on, everything spiraled down. You know, if Bret Hart didn't go to WCW, I believe we would have gotten so much out of Bret, right? We would have gotten so much out of him than what we got. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I heard Vince stepped down due to allegations. I think Triple H is the one who is running the show now. TKO purchased WWE. Um, how's it going, Nicholas? Yeah, Triple H is the head of the creation in WWE now. So, and based on what I'm seeing so far, day in, day out, night in, night out, SmackDown, Monday Night Raw. I think Triple H is doing pretty. He's doing a pretty good job. He's doing a pretty good job with the rosters. WWE right now has a lot of talents. They have a lot of talents right now, and I hope that they utilize them well. You know, I hope they utilize them well. But so far, they're doing a good job. They are really doing a good job. The chances of me, because there's a document that I watched. There's an interview I watched on Vince on Netflix. Based on the things he said, based on his body posture, his reaction, based on I think he may have done it. Yeah, I think so. Vince is not far from that. I mean, he's a billionaire. You know what I mean? Vince is a billionaire, and those guys, depending on who, they have their own vice. You know, depending on who it is, they have their own vice. Maybe that's his vice. Yeah, yeah. They are scared simply because they don't want to bring that stigma to WWE. I mean, they did the same thing when Chris Benoit's situation happened. Nobody wanted to mention him. They removed his face from the Titrom intro. They removed his matches from the WWE network. I think they did that, you know. So they did a lot to remove themselves from Chris Benoit's situation. And I think that's what is going on with Vince. I also heard that Brock Lesnar is also involved in it, some way, shape, or form. And I think that's the reason why we haven't seen Brock for quite some time now, you know. But Triple H did say Brock is just being Brock. There is a recent interview that I watched, and Triple H said Brock is Brock. If Brock is ready to come back to WWE, he will be welcomed back. So maybe he's not really tied to it the way people are leading on that he's tied to the situation with Vince. Who knows? But if Vince really did what they said he did, there's a high chance of it. There's a high chance of him, doing it. Maybe not to that extent, but I think there may be some fishy situation. Yeah, there may be some fishy situation. Maybe he might have something to do with it. Yeah, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Brock, that's this, like, it's such a weird conversation, and I'm like, how is Brock getting involved in all of this? I mean, Brock is married, and even if he wants to do something like that, why would he, why working with Vince in some type of, I don't know, man. It's such a crazy story. It's a crazy story. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Brock is the man. Brock is the man. Brock Lesnar is the man. He's the man. He's the man. But for the fact that Brock hasn't returned to WWE, it could mean two things. Maybe they are waiting for the whole situation to cool off, right? Or maybe Brock is just, you know, just chilling right now. Because if Brock comes back to WWE, he's going to take a lot of spots for a lot of stars. That's what usually happens. Yeah, Brock is just a beast. He's a legit beast. Talk about being a champion at college, like wrestling when he was a teenager, and then you know coming in the WWE, making his mark, and then left, go to UFC, became a UFC World Heavyweight Champion, and then came back to WWE. I mean, Brock Lesnar has done it all pretty much. The one wrestler that I want to come back in WWE. Um, there is okay. I will say that there are dream matches that I'm expecting to see if Destiny would have it, right? There are dream matches that I'm expecting. If it will happen one day, I will really be satisfied. One of the dream matches are The Rock versus Brock Lesnar for the second time. I would love to see those two go at it again. And rumor had it that there was a time that was going to happen, but it was canceled, right? Both stars are still in shape to wrestle. The Rock versus Brock Lesnar the second time, I would love to see that. Um, if I can get a dream match like that, I will be satisfied. Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, if that will happen, Neville, um, who else? John Morrison, um, AJ Styles. If these stars will be in the same ring for a Money in the Bank ladder match, that will be a dream match. I'm naming dream matches that are obtainable. I'm not gonna say, oh, I would want Hulk Hogan to take on the Ultimate Warrior. That's not obtainable. I'm naming dream matches that can still happen, right? If the right booking is done. That's a dream match. I would like to see a match between CM Punk versus AJ Styles. I would like to see them in a feud. I would like to see, well, The Undertaker has retired. Um, Sting has retired. I would have loved to see The Undertaker versus Stinger in a match, you know? Well, I can understand where you're coming from because Brock Lesnar is a legit fighter. So kudos to him. But if you all remember PJ Penn looks small. He doesn't look like he can whoop somebody's ass. And he would get inside the octagon and whoop somebody's ass and choke them out. But, you know, it is what it is. Can Hulk Hogan make a comeback? Uh, that's not a far fetch. Hulk Hogan will always make a comeback in WWE. Oh yeah. I remembered that. Yeah. I think what had happened was, if I'm not mistaken, it was during the time it was the time Chris Jericho said that was, I believe it was a match between Brock and Randy Orton, if I'm not mistaken, where Brock used his forearm or his elbow to cut Randy Orton so hard and so much that Randy Orton was bleeding buckets. He was bleeding a lot from that match. I believe that was the match. So backstage, Chris Jericho didn't like that. And Chris Jericho actually went up to Brock Lesnar and wanted to put his hands on Brock Lesnar. When I heard that, man, I was like, yo, I would not want to see that because I feel sorry for Chris Jericho. But then again, that is also something I respect about Chris Jericho. Whether Brock is bigger than him, taller than him, Chris Jericho didn't care because I think around that time, Chris Jericho was the leader of the locker room, if I'm not mistaken. He was the leader of the locker room. So he felt within himself that he should go and he should go up to Brock Lesnar and really go at him for what he did to Randy Orton. Well, speaking of Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan is another one. Hulk Hogan is another person who had a backstage policy thing going back in the day. Hulk Hogan was another person who is you know who is questionable, if I would say that. And again, he's old anyway. He's too old. He's old. He's old, man. I don't think Hulk Hogan can only make an appearance at this point. Hulk can only make an appearance at this point. He's never gonna strap the wrestling boots anymore. He's too old for that. I did like the match he had with The Rock. That was a good match at WrestleMania. I believe it was WrestleMania 15 or WrestleMania 17. I forgot which one it was. I like that match. That was a good match. Yeah, man, Chris Jericho. I mean, I'm actually surprised that he wasn't scared at Brock Lesnar. He just went up to Brock Lesnar and he was mad and wanted to fight Brock Lesnar. I'm like, I don't even want to see that because Brock Lesnar will literally mob the floor of Chris Jericho. Brock Lesnar will mob the floor with Chris Jericho. The Bama. What's up, the Bama? How's it going? I don't know what you're trying to say. Feel bad for the lifestyle. I don't know what you're trying to say there, man. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't watch it, but I saw a clip of that. The fans booed the crap out of the Hulkmania on Netflix debut. And I believe that was the same night that the final boss wanted Cody Rhodes to sell his soul to him. I believe that was the night the final boss, The Rock, I believe that was the night John Cena turned heel, if I'm not mistaken. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, Brock would definitely tear Chris Jericho apart, man. It's not fair to Chris Jericho, but I don't know what got into Chris Jericho that night. I don't know what he took that night. I don't know what was in his head that night because there has been a situation where wrestlers will actually fight. If you guys remember, Booker T and Batista had a real backstage fight, and I mean a real physical fight. And from what I heard, Booker T got the best of Batista on that fight. There has been moments where wrestlers will get into it, a real fight. So Chris Jericho going up to Brock Lesnar because he's upset how much blood he dished out of what he did to Randy Orton. I don't know what Chris was drinking that night. I don't know, but I respect him for that. I respect him for that, for doing the right thing. But in a real fight, the fight will not be fair for Chris Jericho, man. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's just not fair. The size difference, the height, the experience. Because you all know Brock has been in the octagon. He's a UFC champion. You know, he has a long wrestling background. I'm not saying Chris Jericho doesn't have a good wrestling background and a good wrestling accolades, but compared to Brock Lesnar, It's not a comparison, man. It's not a comparison. Even if Brock Lesnar has no MMA experience, even if Brock Lesnar has no wrestling experience, his size alone, his sheer size, power, agility, reflexes, quickness is enough to take down Chris Jericho. His size, his sheer size alone. Now, if you compare Brock's agility, his quickness, his reflexes, his strength, man, he will mop the floor with Chris Jericho. And I think Chris Jericho was lucky. I do respect Chris Jericho that night, but he was lucky because maybe Brock was in a calm state of mind that night. Maybe, maybe not, but I think he was. Maybe he felt bad for what he did to Randy Orton slightly. But if Brock was really, really on his shit that night, I don't think the fight would have been fair for Chris Jericho. Not even if people come to separate them, Brock Lesnar needs at least six able-bodied men to separate him from Chris Jericho. Even on top of that, those six able-bodied men better be careful because he can still be able to muscle his way out and get his hands again on Chris Jericho. You know? Yeah, I mean, if you all remember, during the Montreal screw job situation, Bret the Hitman Hart punched Vince McMahon so hard, based on what I heard, based on the documentary that I watched on Netflix about the Montreal screw job situation, the way they showed what happened, the way they televised how Vince flew in the air, like Bret punched him, gave him a devastating uppercut, that Vince 2 feet lifted off the ground, like 2 inches or whatever. The way they televised it on Netflix documentary, I'm like, damn, man. Bret gave Vince a devastating uppercut. He knocked him out. How's it going, Ace? Ace just got on the line, man. What's up, Ace? Brock Lesnar is not coming back. Bobby Lashley whooped his ass. That would be a good fight, though. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. That would be a good fight, like a real fight. Yeah, Bret spit on Vince too. Like he gave him the I actually saw that spit. That's not just a spit because Bret cleared his throat. Bret cleared his throat. When you get mucus, like you have a spit and then you have a mucus from your throat, Bret cleared his throat with his mucus and delivered all of that to Vince McMahon. That spit was a heavy spit. That spit almost knocked Vince out before the punch that Bret delivered to him backstage. You know, that spit was a heavy spit. That spit was a heavy spit. Visha KC, I'm not sure what you're trying to say, man. Speak English. Oh yeah, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose. That's another star that I want him to come back. I want to see another feud between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I want to see a feud between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I want to see a feud between Dean Ambrose and LA Knight. I want to see a feud between Dean Ambrose and Gunther. I want to see a feud between Dean Ambrose and Damian Priest. Yep. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I heard he's doing great at AEW. I heard Dean is doing his best work right now at AEW. Well, I know what happened. I know what happened between Dean Ambrose and WWE. And Dean has actually talked about it on a couple of his interviews. And out of three of them, Dean is the better talker. Out of three of them, Dean has the better mic. His promos are better. He's a better talker than the three of them in the Shield. Roman Reigns is the muscle. Seth the freaking Rollins is the architect. I'm not saying Seth is not bad on mic. Seth is good on mic, but not as good as Dean Ambrose. And Ambrose is very. I like his believability. And WWE did not allow him to explore his potential to the utmost absolute best. That's the problem Dean had with WWE. And during the time Roman Reigns had leukemia, WWE tried to sway Dean Ambrose to say something bad about Roman Reigns' illness. And and Dean Ambrose refused to talk shit about Roman Reigns. And that's the same thing I see back in the day. Remember, Bret Hart, he took himself seriously. He took the business seriously. He didn't go with everything Vince wanted him to go with. Shawn Michael was was the one who went with everything Vince wanted. And I believe that's the same thing with Dean Ambrose, right? Talking bad about someone who is sick like that, who is legitimately sick, it's not really good for business, you know? So that's one of the things that I see that WWE does. Like they like ass kissers. John Cena is a big one. You know, the company picked him. The company picked him. The fans, the audience didn't pick him. The establishment picked him. And that was one of the things Punk said that rejuvenated the audience's memory because the establishment picked John Cena. The fans did not pick John Cena. Yeah, Dean has hatred, a legitimate hatred for WWE simply because they were gonna they were gonna they were gonna promote Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns on his expense. You know, they were going to promote Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins on Dean Ambrose's expense. You know, the WWE didn't believe in him that much, unlike how they believed on Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. John Cena is the biggest packer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Even he knows it. He knows it big time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And remember when he called The Rock out, said that The Rock is a phony. He, comes to WWE and now he's gone. Now he doesn't care if the door closes or if the company shuts down. He teared down the Rock movie career. He teared down the Rock's persona. He made fun of the Rock. for only showing himself via satellite. You all remember that, right? But John Cena is doing the exact same thing he criticized The Rock. Kind of interesting. This guy criticized The Rock that he only talks through via satellite. He's a movie star. He doesn't care about WWE. This, that. He teared The Rock down. His movie career, his wrestling career at the time. But John Cena is about to do the same thing. He's about to depart to go do movies full time. Interesting. Yeah, shout out to Bray Wyatt, man. Shout out to Bray freaking Wyatt. Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Like, how can two members of one of the most prestige team, two out of them just died like that, you know? Shout out to Bray, man. Bray Wyatt was going to be the man, but John Cena buried his ass. Yeah, it's weird that both of them are dead. Indeed, man. Rest in peace to Bray. And Luke Harper. What I liked about Luke Harper is just his expression sometimes to certain things. And due to the fact he has those beard, like his expressions are very twisted and funny at the same time. You know, Seth Rollins is a good wrestler, hands down. Seth Rollins is a good wrestler. Eric Rowan, yeah, I believe Eric Rowan is leading a team called, I forgot what they are called. He's leading a team right now in WWE. I forgot what they are called because I've been away for quite some time. So it's gonna take me a while to get used to everybody. Now, like the video, ladies and gentlemen, like the stream. It helps with the algorithm. Use super chat if you wish. I'm not sure if Eric Rowan is still wrestling. I'm not sure. I have to really look into it. I'm not sure, but I saw him leading a new Wyatt team, a new something Wyatt or something. I forgot what they are called, But I don't think he's wrestling like that much. I don't think so. Yeah, Swag, maybe it's time for you to get back into wrestling. Maybe it's time for you to, get back into wrestling. I think WWE signing with Netflix, that was good for business. That was good for business. If Kane is going to come back to WWE, I would rather him be the Max Kane. The Kane that debuted WWE. That Kane is the best Kane. The first Kane is the best Kane with the mask. The first Kane is the best Kane. The first Kane is the best Kane. I would like to see Neville back. I'm not sure if Neville will ever come back to WWE. Yeah, I watched SmackDown too. Yeah, I watched SmackDown. And on Saturday, I'm gonna try to do my review either Saturday or Sunday on SmackDown. I watch Raw and SmackDown now. Raw and SmackDown. I will also like to see Goldberg versus The Rock, if that will happen. I think it's possible for that to happen. I would like to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That's one of my dream matches now because you see, all the dream matches that I'm naming right now is dream matches that are possible and obtainable. I'm not sure if that will ever happen because I don't know if The Rock is busy. Actually, he is busy with his movie career. He's probably shooting some movie right now. And what do you guys think about Black Adam? What do y'all think about that movie? Yeah, I remember Neville's situation too. Yeah. I recall he didn't like the way WWE, and it was surprising when he left WWE. Nobody expected that. It was so surprising when he left. He was just gone like that. The women champion, I don't know right now. Even though I watch, but I don't really pay too much attention to the women's situation. I pay attention, but I don't really pay attention the way I should pay attention. You know, um, the women now has a lot of titles involved now. They have Intercontinental Women's Champion. They have women champions, of course. They have women tag team champions, and they also have women United States champion. So the women right now has four champions now available for them: the women's champion, the Intercontinental Champion, the United States Women Champion, and Tag Team Women Champion. So the women, they've come a long way. They've come a long way, man. I'm like, wait a minute, when did all this happen? I don't know who is the women champion right now, but I think I should know, but I don't pay enough attention to what is going on. I pay attention, but not as I should pay attention, if that makes sense. Neon Vampire 64. What's up, man? What's up, Vampire? Where do you live, Neon? You live in North Pole or something? You in North Pole, man. Brother, I don't know why so many champions, but I think, like I said in the beginning of this live stream, WWE, they have a lot of talents now. They have a lot of talents in the locker room. And the women division has expanded. Like, when I came back 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm like, wait a minute, where did all these stars came from? Because the only people I knew of when I stopped watching was Oscar, Paige, AJ Lee, Natalia, um, the Bella Twins, Maria, Eva Torres. Those were the people that I knew when I left. But coming back, I see all these women and these new wrestlers. Yeah, women's division has changed so much. It has changed. Yeah, Charlotte Flair. Yep. Yeah, her too. Becky Lynch. Yep. Yeah. But and Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, I don't think they have a lot of years. I don't think they have a lot of years in WWE now. You know, very soon they're gonna transition out of WWE because I don't see Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch staying in WWE for the next 10 years or 5 years. I don't think they have that much time in WWE. They're slowly gonna leave for the new generation. They're slowly going to transition to other stuff, you know? And let's not forget Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I mean, she's a monster, and I think where she is right now with the roster, I think I'm okay with that. You know, Naomi, Bianca Belair, you know, very soon Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, probably Nia Jax. Those three are probably going to, say goodbye to WWE at some point, at some very, very close future. Gail Kim. Gail Kim is the number one women wrestler of all, probably of all time. Let me say it how Santino would say it. Gail Kim is the best wrestler of all the times. Or let me say it like this. Gail Kim is the number one woman wrestler of all the times. Gail Kim is a beast. She is a beast. Awesome Kong too, yep. Awesome Kong did make her debut in the WWE, but for some particular reason, I guess she got pregnant and she had to go to deliver her baby, and we never saw her back again. But she made her debut in WWE, which would have been a great match for Nia Jax, which would have been a great match, a future great match for Rare Ripley. You know what I mean? Yeah, Awesome Kong was a beast in TNA because I saw a little bit of her work in TNA. I saw Gail Kim too. Gail Kim is a beast. She is a beast. It would have been awesome if Awesome Kong gave us a little bit more in WWE. That would have been epic, man. Because she had a lot of not heat. She had a lot of attention, right? During that time. She was on fire during that time she came to WWE. She would have wiped out the competition. Of course, until Nia Jax, comes in. Those two would have been a great match. It would have been a dream match to see those two go at it. Awesome Kong versus Nia Jax. That would be interesting. Now, guys, make sure to like the stream, man. Like the stream. Use super chat. Check out other videos on the channel after this live stream. Yeah, it was sad on what happened to her. It was sad. The miscarriage and everything, and she never came back to WWE. That was sad. She would have given us a good matchup. She probably would have held the WWE Women's Champion for a very long time. Because I know how Vince works. Like Vince's mind is very probably will gear to make her a top heel, and she will probably hold the WWE for a very long time. For a very long time. She would have held that title for a very long time. Yeah, man. For you audience that are watching, share your thoughts on what you think about this Monday Night Raw. Feel free to share your thoughts. Adam Bite, it's free for all. Share your thoughts on what you think about this past Monday night. What's your take on wrestling? Are you still watching? Do you still watch wrestling? Do you only watch AEW? Do you only watch WWE? Where do you think where WWE is heading to? How do you feel about it? Share your thoughts, share your opinion on what you think about WWE and the past Monday Night Raw. Gunther winning the World Heavyweight Champion. Was it good or is it good for business? Or do you guys think that they should have kept Jey Uso on and have him hold that title for a little while? What do y'all think about that? Yeah, you see, Beth Phoenix, you know what my all-time dream match would have been for women? Beth Phoenix, Rhea Ripley, China. Who else will I add in that mix? Natalia, Paige, Paige. That would be a dream match. Beth Phoenix, China, Natalia, Paige, and maybe you could add Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. That would be a dream match. James Storm from TNA. Yep, via money. There's this saying that Robert Roode looked like Triple H at the time. I remember people were saying that Robert Roode kind of looked like Triple H. And Robert Roode did join WWE for like a year or two, and then he left, if I'm not mistaken. James Storm. Yep, yep. And I think we should also start getting ready because if John Cena leaves WWE for good, of course he's going to make appearance once in a while, just like The Rock, just like Goldberg, just like Hulk Hogan. If he leaves, Randy Orton will be the only one from the Ruthless Aggression era. Dave Batista has had his last match. I don't think Batista will ever wrestle again. I think he's done with wrestling. He's retired. So the only person now from the ruthless aggression era, when John Cena leaves us, will be Randy Orton. And Orton is such a great wrestler. He's a good worker, and he's still a good worker. And once he goes, it's gonna be like, we're gonna miss those guys, man. As much as we say whatever we want to say about, John Cena or whatever, but once he's gone, Randy Orton is gone, I think maybe in that moment will be when a new era will finally be ushered in, because I don't know what this era is going to be called. I don't know what era this era should be called. If you guys know what era this era should be called, let me know. If you have any ideas, let me know. Yeah, the glorious gimmick was pretty nice. Glorious. If you guys know what this era should be called, if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. And for some of you guys who will watch this live stream after this video, let me know in the comment section. Because we got old school era, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Macho Man, Yokozuna, Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Papa Shango, um, um, the list goes on. Ric Flair, Rick Steamboat, um, Jake Robert the Snake. Uh, man, the list goes on. We went from the old school era and then the Attitude Era, then the Ruthless Aggression Era. What will this new era be called? I guess only time will tell. Ring of Honor. I didn't. The only time I watched clips, bits and pieces of Ring of Honor when Cody Rhodes was there, because I saw a clip where he made the Ring of Honor champion. He made it a ring, and people would kiss his ring. And I remember him smashing a chair that resembled the same chair Triple H sat on in one of the WrestleManias. You know, Ring of Honor is actually where Cody Rhodes did some of his best work, and as well when he went to AEW, he also did one of his best work there too at AEW. So, and I guess the reason why Cody Rhodes will smash a replica of the chairs Triple H sat on in one of the WrestleMania, probably because maybe there was a beef or a misunderstanding between Cody Rhodes and Triple H at the time, just like CM Punk and Triple H situation. Oh man, you just talk, yeah, Jay Lethal. I'm not sure if you watched that promo between Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. You must have seen that promo of Jay Lethal and Ric Flair, where Jay Lethal was imitating Ric Flair. He's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at imitating the Nature Boy Ric Flair. He is pretty good at it. That was so funny. From the beginning of the promo till the end, him and Ric Flair went at it, and it was bananas. It was bananas. Jay Lethal and Ric Flair going at it. It was awesome, man. It was great. I enjoyed. From time to time, I will search that promo, that video on YouTube, and I'll rewatch it. Frankly speaking, after this, I'm gonna search it again and rewatch. It was one of the best entertaining promo I have ever watched. The chemistry between Jay Lethal and Ric Flair was just undeniable, and Ric Flair was on point with his aggression against Jay Lethal, imitating him. Ric Flair was just on point with what was going on. And Jay Lethal as well was on point with Ric Flair. They were exchanging, throwing shots at each other. Ric Flair doing him, Jay Lethal doing Ric Flair. You know, it was hilarious, man. That that promo was gold. That promo between Jay Lethal and Ric Flair in TNA, that is gold. Such a fun promo, man. Such a fun promo. That's my line. 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 Oh man, that is hilarious, man. Shout out to that promo. That promo was gold and still gold till today. That's my line. That's my line. That's my line. Awesome promo, man. Awesome promo. Yeah, take it or leave it, man. Those guys, when they are gone, they are gone. You know, when they are gone, they are gone. Um, even me speaking on this subject right now, as it stands, man, it sucks getting old, to be honest, because you see people that you look up to growing up. As you become a man, as you get older, you see those people getting older, and you know that one day they are no longer going to be there. It's actually the thing about life that kind of sucks sometimes. All these guys, Undertaker, those guys, very soon we will never see them. Like, they will be gone. Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena is getting old. You could literally see it on his face. Randy Orton, the same thing. Those guys are gonna, their time will be over, and some of them, before you know it, this person has passed. Ric Flair. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting to enjoy somebody while they're there. Enjoy that person because you never know tomorrow. You never know what could happen tomorrow. Even as I'm talking right now, even me right now sitting in front of you guys talking. I've been a YouTuber for since 2019 or 2020. I think maybe 2018, I forgot now. My very first channel had issues. It was taken down due to, copyright strikes. You know, I did another channel. It was taken down. So I've been in YouTube since 2018 or 2019. And I myself, I have, when I go back and watch some of my videos and saw how young and curious and optimistic I was, and looking at me now, I'm like, wow, you know, every time The Rock comes out and you see him, his age, and you go back to the Attitude Era when he was in his prime, you're like, getting old sucks, man. But there's a beauty to it too. And all that is just part of life. It's just part of life. You grow up watching your parents when you were young, looking up to them, and before you know it, they are now looking up to you because they can't take care of themselves the way they used to take care of themselves. And now you're going to have to take care of them. The same thing goes to you for your uncles, for people, for your, elders. They used to be strong, able bodied, and you looked up to them. And at some point, when you look at them, you're like, damn, man, I can't believe that I'm in a position to whoop these people's ass if I want to, you know? Not, not like that. That's not real, not like that. But I'm just saying that I can't believe that they are so fragile now. I can't believe that they are so, you know, it is an emotional thing to some degree. It is an emotional thing to some degree. Who is ready for Dragon Ball Super next month? What's going on next month on Dragon Ball? Who is ready for Dragon Ball Super next month? What's going on next month? Are we getting an answer or what? Yeah, man. The 80s, the 90s, the early 200s or 2000s. Yeah, those era has came and gone, you know? The moral of what I was saying 2 minutes ago, or let me say 30 seconds ago, is just the fact that we need to appreciate people, okay? We need to appreciate people. It's very important. We need to appreciate people. I'm doing videos now, but there may come a time that I won't be able to afford the time or the space to do a video to you guys. So while I'm here, while I'm still mastering the effort and the tenacity and the will to bring content to you guys, I appreciate it, man. Because you know what they say, you never know what you have until it's gone. So yeah, I mean, I cannot wait for that. I can't wait for us to get finally, if what you're saying is true, I'm looking forward to that interview because Dragon Ball Super, they have put us on standby for too goddamn long. And I've made videos and comments about Dragon Ball Super and my take on it. There is this article that I saw that Toyo Taro is going to make his own idea of Dragon Ball or whatever. I'm not sure what's going on, but they better not mess it up. Frankly speaking, and personally, I don't want to see any other thing but Super making its comeback. That's what I want to see, and I'm sure that's what everybody wants to see. Because anything new that they're gonna create may even fuck up the whole situation, just like Daima did. Daima, as much as the animation was great, the overall perspective of Daima disappointed if most of fans, if not all the Dragon Ball fans. Okay? And I was skeptical of Daima from the get-go. From the beginning, I was skeptical of Daima. If y'all remember, if y'all been paying attention to my videos on Dragon Ball Daima, I have been skeptical of it from day one. You know? I don't want anything else but Dragon Ball making its comeback. So hopefully they're going to address Super, maybe coming back, maybe sometime next year, maybe. I'm crossing my fingers, man. Dragon Ball Super making its comeback next year. Dragon Ball Super to make its comeback next year. Oh, it's a manga. The continuation of the manga. Not even the continuation of the anime coming back. What a disappointment, man. That is such a disappointment. That is such a disappointment. They should bring Super back because I believe by now they should have had They should have enough content right now on the manga in order to bring back his a season of Dragon Ball Super. They should have enough content to bring back Dragon Ball Super by now. I'm not sure how far they've gotten on the manga, but I think by now they should have enough to bring us a good series or a good season. Yeah, but even before Kia Toriyama passed away, I'm sure they have enough in their catalog to bring a season. The same thing goes to Black Clover. Black Clover has been on hiatus for quite some time now. Black Clover has been on hiatus for quite some time now. I did a live stream during the beginning of this year, and I talked about animes that I would like to see make its comeback. Black Clover was one of them. Dragon Ball Super was one of them. Berserk was one of them. Hunter x Hunter, one of them. One Punch Man was one of them. Um, Death Note was one of them. Death Note was one of them. Um, which other anime? Yeah, those anime were animes that I was hoping to make its comeback sometime this year. If they have three arcs, that should be enough. Yeah, indeed, that should be enough to bring Super back. It should be enough. It should be enough. Anywho, fellas, thank you guys for joining me on this. If you guys have any last um, take on Raw this week, if not, I'll see you guys. I think my next video on WWE will be on SmackDown. I will come live to give my take on it either Saturday or Sunday. Either Saturday or Sunday. So watch out for that. You can check out my other content on the channel. Feel free to check out my members content. I have several different types of content in the membership sector. Feel free to check them out. They are making superhero movie, Dragon Ball superhero movie into an arc. That should be good. That should be good. I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. Maybe, okay, maybe this time Cell will remember who he truly is. I believe they disappointed us a little bit during superhero movie. The version of Cell we got was a letdown. Let me say it again. The version of Cell we got on superhero movie to me was a letdown because Cell was not at full conscience of himself, and that would have been awesome movie if Cell remembered who he is. They just made him brainless, monstrous character. That was what they made him. So July 6th is Toyo Toro's interview. July 6th. I don't mind. Either way, that's more content for us. And again, they will probably elaborate some things in the arc. They will probably elaborate some certain things because doing an arc helps them to elaborate. Because in the movie, they are probably rushing, but or even though I don't feel like superhero movie was rushed, although I kind of feel like it's rushed based on Cell's situation, I think they should have developed him a little bit. But be that as you may, I don't think superhero was rushed. But if they're going to make it, if superhero will make it into Dragon Ball Super arc, I believe that will give them room to develop certain things because things normally slightly change when they bring it into the arc. You know, things slightly change, slightly. Oh, Broly, of course. Broly will definitely win. That's hands down. Cell might have the advantage. Cell Max may have the advantage at first, but if the fight continues, Broly will definitely win. Even though both of them will be raging out, but Broly will end up catching up to Cell Max and end up defeating him at some point. And this will be all by himself. He will not need help to do it. He will not need any assistance to do it. I do like how Broly was. I do like how he paid attention to Goku and Vegeta sparring during Superhero. I do like that fact that he was paying attention to their fight. You know, eh, I don't. Well, I don't think they will lose. I don't think so. I don't think Goku and Vegeta would have lost against Cell Max. Why do I say that? Well, because these two are, especially when they work together, they are almost unstoppable when they work together. But the chances of them, they will probably work together to defeat Cell Max. And if worse comes to worse, they will just fuse. I believe so, yes. I believe so. There got to be. There got to be. There got to be another Sane. And I'm not talking about other universe. I'm talking about Universe 7. There has to be other Sane. Not just one Sane. There has to be other Saiyans that are still alive somewhere. Because if you all remember, Saiyans were sending their warriors, including their babies, out there. I don't think Frieza got them all. I just don't think so. When King Vegeta was showing Vegeta their race and talking to Vegeta about their race, what they do, you all saw that many ships that were flying out. That is tons of ships. Those were tons of tons of sane pods going out, flying out to other planets. I don't think Frieza got them all. Did Frieza get? I think Frieza got most of them, but not all the Saiyans. I believe that out there are still Saiyans that did not make Frieza's call. When Frieza called all the Saiyans to come to planet Vegeta, that he has something to tell them, I don't think all the Saiyans showed up. The majority of the Saiyans turned up, but not all of them. Because think about it. Not every of that space pod will land safely. Not, let me say this again, and I'm saying this because the proof is in the pudding. I don't think, I don't think that all those space pods that left planet Vegeta all made it intact. Some of them crash landed, and if they crash landed, they will not be able to get Frieza's contact. If you all remember Broly, right? When Broly landed, his space pod crash landed. That means he couldn't make it out of where he was. Even when his father came, like, you know what I mean? Not all the space pod landed safely. Some of them crash landed. The babies probably survived and continued their life. I don't think, I mean, Vegeta's brother is still alive, god damn it. Yes, Vegeta's brother is still alive somewhere with his wife. So, you know, that's another fact. Vegeta's brother is still alive. So, if Vegeta's brother is still alive, that tells you everything that we need to know. Not all the Saiyans came to planet Vegeta on the day Frieza blew up planet Vegeta. Not all the Saiyans arrived. Not all the Saiyans made that call. Because if all the Saiyans were killed, Vegeta's brother Tabo wouldn't be alive. He would have been dead also. He would have been dead. So there are still some Saiyans out there. And who knows how strong they've gotten, which I would love to see. Which, you see, this is the thing about Dragon Ball franchise that I don't understand. They have a gold in their hand. You know, they have a gold. They can explore it so many different directions, so many different ways. Because I kind of see what they're doing with One Piece, you know, which is the reason why One Piece is still going on till today. Thousands plus episodes, probably 1100 and something episode by now. No, I don't read mangas. The only manga that I read long time ago was Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. I read a little bit of Berserk, just one chapter. I read Jujutsu Kaisen, the previous season, the beginning of the previous season. I read the beginning after the end, couple of chapters on the beginning after the end. I read Getter Robo Arc. Um, I read a little bit of Black Clover, maybe a few chapters of Black Clover, and I stopped. So as it stands, I don't read mangas, not anymore. Yeah, One Piece, which is the reason why One Piece is still going on till today, because they are touching on every aspect. Like they have content off the wazoo. with One Piece. So Dragon Ball should invest that type of energy on Dragon Ball universe or Dragon Ball franchise because the same company do these animes. It's the same company. Shout out to Naruto. Shout out to Attack on Titan. Shout out to Naruto. Shout out to Attack on Titan. Shout out to One Punch Man. All good animes. All good animes. I don't read mangas because I don't want to be spoiled. I kind of like the anime side of it because the anime side of it is what goes on in the record books. That's a good question. Who is stronger, One Punch Man, Saitama, or Goku? Well, I've seen a couple of clips, that fan-made clips between Goku and Saitama. Those fights are pretty good, but I'll say to each his own. If Goku comes to Saitama's universe, Saitama would win. If Saitama goes to Goku's universe, Goku would win. That's how I see it. But if you remove these two out of their universe and comes and bring them together to fight together, it's going to be a difficult call because the reason why Saitama is so strong, he is called One Punch Man for a reason. Goku, on the other hand, is called Goku for a reason. So it's going to be interesting. I would say to each his own. If you believe Saitama is stronger than Goku, more power to you. If you believe Goku is stronger than Saitama, more power to you. No, no, no. I don't read mangas. If I go back and read Dragon Ball previous arcs manga, it might mess up what I already know because what they show us in the anime is what normally gets written in the record books. People normally don't talk about what happens in the manga like that. Is it good to read manga? I'm sure it's good. I mean, to eat his own, but you know. Plus, I won't have time to read manga, even if I want to right now. I'm caught up. I'm busy doing a lot of stuff now. So, yeah, man, if you believe Saitama is stronger than Goku, hey, you're not wrong. If you believe Goku is stronger than Saitama, you are not wrong either. So, to eat his own. Now, like the live stream, guys. Like the live stream. Use Super Chat if you can. Support the stream. You do believe One Punch Saitama can beat Broly? Now, probably. He's gonna have to fight him real quick and defeat him real fast. If Saitama gives Broly chance, Broly will eventually catch up to his power level and be able to beat him. I don't think Saitama will be able to defeat Beerus. No, no way. I don't think Saitama will be able to beat Beerus or Whis. No way. And the interesting thing as well is, if you guys believe that Broly can beat Saitama, if you don't think that Saitama can beat Broly, That means Saitama may not be able to beat Goku because Goku is stronger than Broly. No? Is Goku stronger than Broly at this point? Is Broly stronger than Goku? Beerus and Whis are in a different level. Their level is I mean, we haven't even seen Beerus's ultimate power. You guys gotta take that into consideration. We haven't even seen Beerus full power yet. What he was doing with Goku was just he was just playing around with Goku during Battle of Gods. Beerus was just playing with Goku during Battle of Gods. We have not seen Beerus full power yet. Beerus has not displayed his even half of his powers. We haven't even seen Beerus half of Beerus power level. Not to talk about his full power. He played with Goku throughout Battle of Gods. And Whis, on the other hand, you could just imagine. If Whis is Beerus's teacher, you could just imagine how strong Whis is, you know? And then Zeno, forget it. Zeno, I don't even Zeno. I don't even want to get into Zeno's power right now because it's just let's not talk about Zeno right now. Let's not talk about Zeno. Let's just focus on Beerus and Whis. Because if you bring Zeno in that equation, I'll say that you're gonna ruin the debate. You're going to ruin the conversation because Zeno's power, Zeno is just in the is it's just in a different level that it's gonna give you a migraine to really try to fathom it at this point. Let's not bring Zeno yet. Indeed, indeed, I agree with what you said. Eventually, Broly's strength grows immensely. His Zenkai boost is just totally different. And I made a video on this. I made a video on this subject. Yes, temporarily, Goku might get the best of Broly using Ultra Instincts, but as the fight continues, if the fight continues and Broly keeps raging, it's gonna get to a point where Ultra Instincts will do nothing to Broly. That is true because Broly, the more damage he takes, he does not have to rest like the other Saiyans to gain Zenkai boost. Broly's Zenkai boost happens right in there as he fights. He gets stronger as he fights. Other Saiyans do get stronger as they fight, but they have to recover to gain Zenkai boost, to get stronger. They have to fully recover in order to be more powerful than they were before. But Broly gets stronger as he fights. Yep. If somebody comes out and says Broly is the ultimate Saiyan, I don't think anybody would debate that at this point. I mean, he is the legendary Super Saiyan after all. Even though on Dragon Ball Super Broly movie they never mentioned anything about legendary Super Saiyan, but DBZ Broly states that he is the legendary Super Saiyan. DBZ Broly, it was stated that he is the legendary Super Saiyan. So if anyone comes out and says Broly is the ultimate Saiyan, I don't think anybody would debate that comment. Oh no, there is even a debate that if Broly goes up against Jiren, that eventually Broly would win. Well, I'll say it could go either way because if Jiren sees that Broly is getting stronger as they fight, knowing Jiren battle experience, he's not gonna because again Jiren is not a saint. The thirst for battle, the thirst for battle is not like the same thing as Jiren because we know saints love to fight. And even if they're gonna endanger everybody just to get a taste of the thrill of a battle, they will do it. Jiren is not like that. So most likely, if Jiren sees that Broly continues to level up in an immense amount of level, what Jiren will probably do is he's going to mass a good power level. He's going to mass a great energy, and he's going to destroy Broly before Broly gets the chance to level up with him. That's what will probably happen because Jiren is not a Saiyan. So the thirst and the thrill for battle doesn't really work on Jiren like that. Do you know who put the green from Toy A? I don't know what you're trying to say, Liam. How's it going? How's it going, ED Mar? Yep, I remember King Vegeta freaked out. King Vegeta almost shit his pants. The thought of Broly becoming too dangerous for all the Saints. King Vegeta believed, which I can understand. He believed that if Broly is allowed, he believed that if Broly is allowed to live, his power level is going to cause other Saints to follow Broly, which would threaten the state of his ruling and the ruling of his son, Prince Vegeta. So King Vegeta put all of these things into perspective. He understands that first of all, we might not be able to control this guy. He could be dangerous not just for other people, but most importantly for us. With that power level, he may see that he has no need for a king. He may one day target me as a king and take my kingship. And once that happens, my prince, my son, will have no kingdom to rule, and which will most likely happen because Saiyans are they're like they are prime species. Whoever is the strongest, that's who leads. You know, they are primal. They are prime species, and power is everything to them. Power is everything. If Broly was allowed to live and maybe Frieza didn't blow up Planet Vegeta, Broly will end up becoming the king. I'm just saying, man. Broly would end up becoming the king of planet Vegeta at some point. And if you're and I'm just speaking, I'm just talking about Super Broly. All right. If you're gonna talk about DBZ Broly, DBZ Broly will probably end up blowing everything up. DBZ Broly will subjugate everyone under his ruling. He might let Planet Vegeta to live, but they're going to be enslaved by him. DBZ Broly will enslave everybody. He will enslave everyone on Planet Vegeta. And again, here's another reason why. Here's another reason why Broly will be a problem for Planet Vegeta, especially King Vegeta. If word gets out, okay, because all the Saiyans know that there is once a legendary Super Saiyan, but due to the fact that he couldn't control his powers, he was defeated. Just like Shinron said, that there was once, and Vegeta knows the history of his people, that there was, and which was the reason why they believe that only a Super Saiyan can defeat Frieza. They know that if one of them, if they keep fighting, and one of them happens to turn it, become a Super Saiyan, that they can be able to strike back at Frieza. So them knowing this, right? When Broly was born, if the word has had got out to all the Saiyans that there is a power level like Broly's, that would be a problem alone. That was the reason why King Vegeta had to get rid of Broly. He had to get rid of Broly because he knew if the word gets out there and the other Saiyans know that there is such a power level, that could be a problem in the kingship. Liam, the Namek arc is very important. The Namek arc on Dragon Ball Z was very, very important in so many different levels. If it wasn't for the Namek arc, Goku would not have trained in the time machine that he trained to become as strong as he was, thus pushing him to become the first Super Saiyan, pushing him to turn into a Super Saiyan. The Namek arc is very important because that was where we get to see Piccolo's people, the Namekians, how they live their life. It was where we got to experience a little bit of Piccolo's origin. It was where we got to understand the functionalities of Dragon Ball and the Namekians, their storyline, because Piccolo is a main character. Okay, Namek arc was very and is still very important. And if you understand, without Namek arc, I don't think Goku will run into Frieza that easily because Frieza was not concerned about Earth at all. until he runs into Goku. If you all remember, Frieza wasn't concerned about Earth in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't care about Earth. The only reason why Frieza knew about Earth is because he met Goku. So Planet Namek was very important. I mean, you could say, well, if Vegeta keeps wanting to fight Goku again, going to Earth or whatever, that means Frieza will probably be aware of it. But then again, he wouldn't really care. He wouldn't really care that much. I know. I think Goku is Liam's favorite character. Swag. I think Goku is Liam's favorite character. I think that's why he's saying he's putting so much emphasis in Goku being the legendary Super Saiyan. Goku being the first to achieve it in a long time does not make him the legendary Super Saiyan. Yeah, I think Goku is Liam's favorite character. Goku is not the legendary Super Saiyan, in my opinion. But to eat his own, man. Legendary Super Saiyan is Broly because his power can almost destroy him if he's not careful. Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan, not Goku. And if you understand Dragon Ball Z, Broly also achieved Super Saiyan as well, just like Goku did. Now, we don't know who achieved it first. We don't know who achieved Super Saiyan first. Even we know that Goku achieved it first, but then again, there is another Saiyan out there called Broly, who is the legendary, who is his Super Saiyan form and ability, strength, durability surpasses Goku's ability 10 times over. Oh man, Liam, I like that. I like that, man. I like that. Yamcha. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Yamcha. Yeah, Broly is a beast, man. Broly is a simple beast. When Super comes back, I'm looking forward to see how he's going to navigate Dylan being around Goku and Vegeta. I'm looking forward to see how he's going to navigate all of that. I think in sports, Yamcha Yamcha is the man when it comes to sports, you know. But when it comes to fighting, Yamcha is just Yamcha. Yamcha is just Yamcha, man. I want to see Broly. I want to see Broly fight Gohan. I want to see Broly fight Beast Gohan. I want to see Broly fight Vegeta. Not Goku, but Vegeta. I want to see Broly fight Piccolo, like Orange Piccolo. Um, I definitely wants to see Broly fight Jiren. I don't think that's gonna happen, and I don't think we're gonna see Jiren anytime soon. But I want to see Broly fight Jiren. I think Liam, I think Liam at this point is Liam is trolling at this point. I just think that I don't think that Yamcha can even get 25 feet to Zeno because Zeno's bodyguard's power pressure is enough to push Yamcha away. Yeah, I don't think we will ever see Jiren. I would have loved to see Broly fight Jiren. That would be an awesome fight. If not Jiren, I would like Broly to fight uh Khalifa. Is it Khalifa or Kafla? Or is it Kale? I think it's Kafla. I would like to see Broly fight her. I would also like to see Broly fight Hit. I would like to see Broly fight Hit, the assassin. Yeah, it's just that Dragon Ball Heroes is not canon. You know what I mean? Heroes is not canon. Yeah, that's why I don't want to. It's not canon. I would like to see Broly fight Kale. Is it Kale or Kafla? I don't know which one. Or Khalifa. I don't know. I would like to see him fight, or I would like to see him fight Hit. Um, who else? Who else is out there? Um, oh, I would like to see Broly fight Frieza. For some particular reason, I would like to. The reason why I would love to see Broly fight Frieza is I want to see Frieza's reaction to another Saiyan. Yeah, Broly versus Hit will be cool. I want to see Frieza fight Broly just for the fun to hear what Frieza will say. Because you know how he always calls Saiyans monkeys? I would love to see him see another Saiyan that eluded him, and I would like to hear what Frieza will say to Broly. You know what I mean? I would like to see them, although Frieza knows Broly exists, but I would like to see him like really, really fight Broly for real this time. Because Frieza likes to condescend, like those condescending words that, like comments he makes. Monkeys, all these things he calls sayings. I would like to see him just talk down on Broly for a little bit. And just the reaction and his expression on seeing another saying that eluded him, that he didn't get to kill. If you all remember Dragon Ball Super, when Frieza was brought back and he came to Earth, and while on Earth, you see you see Goten and Trunks, and he looked at Goten and he said, "That kid looks familiar." Frieza's reaction to baby or to kid Trunks, it was hilarious. And then he remembered, oh, that face looks familiar. Wait a minute. This is the same boy that killed me. And before you know it, he looks at Goten and says, "Oh, that's a replica of that monkey Goku, isn't it?" It's just his reaction and his expression is just what I would love to see, man. You know, I know Broly may be able will probably swing Frieza around. I'm not talking about Frieza right now. I'm talking about because there's this rumor that Frieza evolves and gets a new form, and the new form is called Black Frieza. So I don't know, but I would like to see those two engage in the fight. Oh man, Kid Buu is a menace, yo. Kid Buu is a menace. The reason why Kid Buu coming back would not make sense is simply because Kid Buu just like to blow shit up. You know, he just Kid Buu has no remorse of anything. Kid Buu is just dangerous. You know, and you can't even say, okay, if he comes back, he needs some type of a manager, somebody to control him, someone to tell him what to do. Kid Buu doesn't listen to anybody. Fat Boo, yeah, but Kid Buu, you know what is better? You know what will be better? If Fat Boo trains hard and becomes super strong, right? Becomes super strong to the point that he could go up against Broly. That would be a good fight between Fat Boo and Broly. If Fat Boo trains and becomes super strong, which I think it's in him to get stronger, we intend to miss how strong Fat Boo is, even in his condition. It's just, you know, they're not really doing much with him right now. He's just with Mr. Satan. But I think if Fat Boo levels up a little bit, gets super, because it's in him to get stronger. We all remember the chemicals that made Fat Boo isn't just Kid Bull alone. If you all remember, the DNA of the other Supreme Kais are still inside Fat Boo. The DNA of the other Supreme Kais that Fat Boo, right? The other Kais that lost their life because of Kid Buu, because Kid Buu absorbed them, and in absorbing them, they kind of weakened him, making him fat and everything, right? So I believe Fat Boo is not just the replica of Kid Buu, but the DNA of the Kais that were observed are still inside him. So if he decides to get stronger and turn loose, I think we may have something there. Yeah, I understand they didn't treat him well, but just based on what I just said, we understand that inside that Fat Boo's DNA, it's not just him. Fat Boo is made up with Kid Boo and the Kais that Kid Boo observed, right? And their strengths and their weird abilities. You guys know the Kais, or King Kai, they are not that strong, but they have specific, weird, distinct abilities. They are not that strong, They are not stronger. They are not. They are not fighters really, but they have weird abilities that can, just like old guy said, I can make a cat turn into a tiger. You know, they have a weird abilities. King Kai taught Goku Spirit Bomb. You guys know how effective that Spirit Bomb really is. That Spirit Bomb has won so many fights. It has become a pinnacle of evolution. Spirit Bomb was what uh, almost killed Vegeta when he fought Goku the first time. Spirit Bomb was what messed up Frieza so much on Planet Namek that gave rise to us witnessing Goku turning into Super Saiyan. Spirit Bomb was what killed and defeated Kid Buu. If it wasn't for Spirit Bomb, I don't think there was a way Kid Buu would have been defeated, because that Spirit Bomb, the core of that Spirit Bomb and what it represents is it kills evil things. It's meant for people that are evil, right? If it wasn't for King Kai, we wouldn't have gotten Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb was what helped Goku evolve to Ultra Instincts. So we gotta, we have to pay attention to these King Kais and these not Kai, whatever, whatever. The Kais that Kid Buu observed, those Kais have specific abilities that are, if neutralized properly, can be devastating. It can be devastating. And for the fact that those abilities that they create are meant to defeat evil things and bad things or evil villains or whatever. So I believe that if Fat Boo trains enough, if they take him seriously, that is, I think we will see weird, like, have him manifest some of those guys that Kid Buu observed or whatnot. Yep, let's not forget. Yep, indeed. Indeed. Gogeta fighting Broly. All that fight gave Broly a Zenkai boost. And if it wasn't for Broly's girlfriend, I forgot her name, if it's not the fact that in that moment she wished for Broly to be sent back to where they found him, that Kamehameha wave would have probably destroyed Broly. That Kamehameha wave that Gogeta delivered is so much intense that if he doesn't kill Broly, it will cause so many damage that it's gonna take a while for Broly to recover from it. It would have been devastated if that Kamehameha wave has gotten Broly. It would have been devastating, or it would have killed him. Oh yeah, Broly is even right now as we speak. Broly being in Beerus planet training with Goku and Vegeta is also making him stronger. You know, will Broly ever be able to control his powers? I'm not sure which one I would like more. Broly keeping his power in control, or him being just a raging badass Super Saiyan. I'm not sure which one I would like best. Because if he is able to control his power, that means he's never gonna be as brutal as he would usually be. You know what I mean? I think we got another person in the chat. MKRAJ. MKRAJ. What are you implying? I don't think Brawley versus Beerus. I do not think that Brawley will ever catch up to Beerus. Well, I'm not gonna say never ever. I think before that would happen, Beerus would just Hakai his ass to oblivion. I don't think Brawley will ever get the best of Beerus because we still have not seen what Beerus can really do. We haven't even seen Beerus half of his strength. We haven't seen it. Everything we saw on Battle of Gods is just Beerus toying. And when I say toying, I mean literally toying with Goku. Beerus has not displayed half of his strength. And if worse comes to worse, he would just Hakai Broly. And Broly is not designed, he's powerful and everything. He's not designed for that kind of power, man. Broly is just not designed for that kind of power. Yeah, tomorrow is the final episode of the beginning after the end. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, I appreciate it. Even though you're spamming the heck out of your comments, but I appreciate it. He is Liam said he's spawning. He's spawning. Yeah, he's spamming the crap out of the comment section. Now, like the video, guys. Like the live stream. Use super chat if you can. Check out my membership content. Check out my membership content. Yeah, 11 likes. Oh yeah. How many views? Because I can't see it through here right now. How many views do we have right now on this live stream? Like how many views so far? No, like I'm talking about over. I guess you can see the overall views so far. I think I can see it, but while I'm live, I can't see it. But anyways, yeah, like the chat, guy. Like the video, guys. Oh, Liam, Liam, I think you want to be mod. You want to be awarded a mod to destroy MKRAJ. I hope you're not trying to be a mod to to wipe his ass out to oblivion. Liam, if you want to be mod, that's no problem. Just go to membership and become a member if you want to be modded, because I need to know the people that are, you know, my mods. If you want to be a mod, that's no problem. But check out my membership content and become a member, and I will definitely make you a mod, because I think I do need moderators actually. I do need mods actually. I do need a mod. Yeah, I know. He is trying to Hakai this guy out of here. You know, he is trying to Hakai the crap out of him. He's trying to Hakai him to oblivion. He's trying to Hakai him to next channel. What do I live for? Hmm. I live for joy and happiness. I live to see what life has to offer. That's what I live for. I live for growth. I live for success. I live for partnership. No, not really partnership. More of family. I live for grace. Yeah. I live for long life and prosperity. And I also live to see other people around me to be happy. Although that's not my control. That's out of my control because everybody has their own individuality. You can't carry people all the time because they will frustrate the crap out of you. You know, if you have friends and you're moving up in life or you're kind of doing better than them and you want to carry them with you, they're going to frustrate the crap out of you. So the best thing to do is understand that not everybody will like you, not everybody will like your success, not everybody will see eye to eye with you, even your own friends. But it's good to have circle of friends that are good. It's good to have circle of friends that have the same mindset as you know, so that you guys will motivate each other. It's almost like going to the gym to work out. If you love fitness, if you guys love fitness and you like exercise, when you go to the gym and you have gym buddies, you know, it's one of the best thing you can have sometimes because they keep you in check. You know, if you have friends that have the same mindset as you, you know, to be a man of substance, you know, be a man of honor, and you have circle of friends that understands the same ideology, they will you guys will motivate each other. You guys will keep each other in check. So I need mods. You know what? That's a good question. It's just that sometimes there are people that come here and they're trolling. You know what? Just let them troll. I just need mods just in case if there are things that you know, to help me out in the growth of the channel. I don't need mods to, you know, be hacking people unless if they're being extremely rude, you know, which I believe before you guys comment here, YouTube will tell you just be respectful, be mindful of your comment, and have a good time, you know? So, but I need mods for different reasons to just help out with the channel in any way, shape, or form that, you know, and I know I'm planning one day to do a big live stream for members only, you know, to discuss other stuff, you know. members, content, all that stuff. Yeah, but I definitely know that Liam is probably wanted to be a mod to Hakai this guy out of here. Remember, more power comes with responsibility. How do you say it? The more power or the power comes with there's a way to say it. I forgot how to I don't think I said it properly. The more power you have, the more responsibility you have, or something like that. Some shit like that. Syoko. Syoki. Yeah, we've been going at this for almost 2 hours. Or is it already 2 hours? I think we've been going at this for more than 2 hours, man. Yeah, with power comes with great responsibility. Or with power comes with with responsibility. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, I will definitely look into it. I'll make you a mod. Just don't be like Liam because Liam is like Beerus right now. Liam is trying to be Beerus. Liam is trying to be Beerus right now. He wants to Hakai people that come here to spam. That likes to spam the crap out of the comment chat section. Soki, please elaborate in English. I don't know what you're trying to say. Me no understand you. Me no understand. No worries, Liam. No worries. No worries. How about you? I mean, how are you guys doing anyway? Any plans for the summer? Any plans for this summer season? Wherever you guys are, whatever you're doing, any plans? Any big plans? Going hiking, partying, wedding, birthdays. I don't know what you guys do during some. Any plans? Any big plans? Or are you waiting for a big anime to drop? Are you waiting for Demon Slayer? You know, what are you guys planning this summer, this season? No worries, man. No worries. Any help I can get, I will take it, man. Any help that I can get, I appreciate it. Whether if it is using Super Chat to help me out, whether if it is being a moderator, whether if it is joining the membership, it helps. Whether if it is sharing the content, oh yeah, you know, whether if it is sharing the content to your people, to your group chats and whatnot, it's appreciated, man. Windbreaker Fire Force, you know what? I will not really. I mean, it's starting to grow on me, but I won't miss Windbreaker and Fire Force that much. Not that much, because the animes, the previous season animes were just simply that damn good. Dandada, Bleach, Solo Leveling, Blue Lock. I think the previous season was like the previous season in terms of winter slash spring anime or fall and winter animes were just better. You know what I mean? Because winter going into spring, those animes were such hits. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Blue Lock, Solo Leveling. You know what I mean? Dan Dada, like those were crazy animes, crazy muffins, crazy underscore muffins. Am I Speed's brother? Who are you talking about? Who is Speed? Is that a movie? Is that an anime? Is that a sports character? Listen, man, if you're referring to anime, I have seen a lot of anime. You gotta help me out here, man. You gotta help me. It's been a long day. I'm just here to chit chat with you guys before I go take a shower, eat, and go to bed. You're gonna have to remind me, man. I have a good memory, but I'm not. Sometimes I can fall short. You know. I believe. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo. That's who you call Speed, and you're saying Swiss. Oh, I guess that's football terminology. I guess I haven't been in football RAM for quite some time. Speed is that ninja who loves him. I don't know what you. Okay, now you've lost me, man. You've lost me on that one. I don't know now. Speed is that ninja who loves him. I don't know what you mean, man. I don't know. No, you kind of lost me. Yeah, I think that should be a good thing to do. That's not bad. I'm sure while you're diving yourself into Dragon Ball related content. It's gonna bring back a lot of memories, man. Dragon Ball. I just wish that one day, you know, um, Toei Animation will take Dragon Ball series seriously and give it its props and enough attention. You know, yeah, because Dragon Ball, I got to say, Dragon Ball, Bruce Lee, those two, especially Goku, Bruce Lee, they were the two that got me into martial arts and fitness. They were my inspiration. It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not Ronnie Coleman. It's none of those guys. It was Goku and Bruce Lee that got me into fitness and then after martial arts. You know, so Dragon Ball it will always has a place, a special place in my heart. You know, Dragon Ball will always have a place in my heart. Do I want Vegeta to be a villain again? Um, Vegeta becoming a villain again. If they're gonna do it, they have to go all the way because Buu Saga, Majin Vegeta gave us a little bit of a glimpse of Vegeta being a villain. But then again, even in all that macho, I'm finally free at last, you know, I have been made soft by having a family of my own. I've been robbed off from my core Saints value to be hard, to be ruthless. Even in all of that mumbo jumbo Majin Vegeta was spewing, Goku wasn't buying it. Goku wasn't buying it at all. So if they're gonna do it, they're gonna go all the way with it. And I think the only thing, let me say this right now, the only thing, and you're hearing it on this live stream, you're hearing it here for the very first time. So if anybody says it, know that they got it from this live stream. The only thing that will make Vegeta, the only thing I think that will make Vegeta go back to becoming a villain or being a villain again is if his daughter gets harmed or killed. If Vegeta's daughter gets touched, if she gets killed, Vegeta will no longer be the same guy that we've seen with that has evolved to a point where he has gotten the ultimate respect of all the Dragon Ball fans. If his daughter gets injured, gets killed by a villain, Vegeta will be no more. Vegeta, I'm not talking about Trunks, but if the daughter gets killed, Vegeta is not gonna be Vegeta anymore. It's either it's gonna trigger a tremendous transformation that he will never return. Vegeta will almost be like Gon Freeze when he will get upset. Vegeta will get so mad that the transformation that he's gonna trigger will corrupt him. You saw what happened to Bulma. That's my Bulma. I mean, you all saw that, right? Now imagine his daughter gets hurt or injured or killed. I'm speaking facts here. That's my Bulma. You all saw that. Vegeta was so strong that he surpassed Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Facts. Facts. What's my favorite transformation? Um, hmm. Let me take time with this one. I'll say my favorite transformation. My favorite transformation. I have three top favorite transformation, but if I have to pick one, it will be Gohan versus Cell. Gohan turning into Super Saiyan 2. That will be my favorite transformation. That will be my all-time favorite transformation. If I really have to pick, and that transformation is almost in par, I would say it's in par with the first Super Saiyan when Goku transformed Super Saiyan for the very first time. So I have two. It's one, but it comes in two. I'm trying to be it. I'm trying to be not a prick right now. I'm trying to be a wise ass right now. My favorite transformation, my number one, comes in two. Goku, first transformation of Super Saiyan, and Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2. Why? Goku turning into Super Saiyan, it was a transfiguration of the series going forward, moving forward. And the destitute of that transformation, it was at a moment where it was just needed the most. Because at that point, Krillin, Goku's best friend, has been killed. Frieza is still strong enough to kill everybody. Frieza can still blow up Planet Namek. There was no hope at this point. Nobody can stop Frieza. Frieza is so strong that nobody can stop him at this point. And knowing the fact that Frieza is not really done after he killed Krillin, the next person he will probably target will be Gohan. And the idea of Frieza will probably leave Goku last. He will kill him last, but he's gonna kill Krillin. He's gonna kill Gohan, then Piccolo. Like in that moment, and Goku transforms finally, it's priceless. Liam is just at this point. I think Liam may be tired, but to eat his own, if you saying Super Saiyan God, I think they messed up that transformation. Super Saiyan God was supposed to be where all the Saiyans were supposed to get their tails back. And I've said it in multiple Dragon Ball review videos. Super Saiyan God transformation, that ritual was where the Saiyans were supposed to get all their tails back. All of them, you know? That ritual was supposed to give them their tails back because it needs them to be in their purest form in order to obtain Super Saiyan God. So, oh yeah, yep. Um, that is also another reason why another route that I can see happening because if Beerus knows very well, Beerus knows Vegeta's character, and he understands that Vegeta will never ever forgive him if he ever finds out that he was the mastermind behind his planet's destruction. Beerus will never forgive, I mean, Vegeta will never forgive Beerus for that. And Beerus knows it. Watch his reaction when we said, "Oh, if only the prince will know that you were the mastermind on, uh, you know, you were the mastermind behind the destruction of planet Vegeta." You saw Beerus's reaction. He was scared, like he was, "Oh shit, keep that under wraps." You know, yeah, that could be another way to make Vegeta a villain. And will he be justified? But then again, what is he gonna? Then again, it wouldn't make sense. Even him becoming a villain because of that idea, it won't make much sense because unless he has a power to defeat Beerus and Whis, it ain't happening. You know. But then again, here's the kicker. Then again, then again, then again, Whis made Vegeta promise him that if he trains him, if he follows him to Beerus' planet, that he will one day become God of Destruction. So I can also see Whis helping Vegeta defeat Beerus because Whis has already picked his next person to train or to be with as a God of Destruction. He made Vegeta promise him to be the next God of Destruction. So what you said is not too far fetched. I think I see the line in between that because Vegeta has every attributes when it comes to destructing. Like when it comes to destruction, he has the energy and the 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 core power for that kind of job, you know? Yeah, Super Saiyan 4, what I like about Super Saiyan 4 is just the scream towards the end. That was that hits different. The scream Goku did, that hits different. Yes, Vegeta finding out the truth could, but then again, unless Whis is behind Vegeta's plan, it's never gonna come to fruition. Vegeta can have all the anger he wants. In order for him to get to Beerus, Whis has to be involved. There's no way Vegeta can, even if Vegeta finds a way to kill Beerus, if Whis is not involved in that ideology, nothing is happening because Whis can easily use his staff, stab it twice, and go back in time. Because your ideology makes sense in terms of knowing Vegeta, knowing the fact that it was Frieza that blew up planet Vegeta. But in terms of Beerus, Vegeta will not only fight Beerus. In order to kill Beerus, he's gonna need Whis approval. And if Whis is not in it, nothing is happening. Whatever Vegeta will do to Beerus, even if he finds Mafuba or whatever, pushes Beerus into that, even in order to do that, Vegeta must mass enough energy because we have not seen what Beerus can really do. That's number one. That's another thing that we have to put into account, you know? But Vegeta is the type that he knows how to buy his time. But he can buy his time all he wants. If Whis is not part of the idea, nothing is happening. Even if Vegeta manages to succeed for some reason, and you know that Beerus can read. Let's forget about Whis for now. Let's not add Whis into this equation. You guys know Beerus can read people's intentions. You all know that, right? Beerus also has the ability to notice a destructive mind and a destructive energy. You all remember the Zamasu situation? You guys saw how Beerus can read people's intention even before, because that's another thing that comes with, and Whis has this ability too. Whis can read people's intention sometimes. So even before Vegeta gets close to Beerus, Beerus will already tell what Vegeta is about to do. He could see it coming. I just think he will see it coming. Yeah, and we all saw what Beerus did to Zamasu, and even Beerus already was suspecting Zamasu as soon as he caught wind of the negative energy that was coming from Zamasu. Even before Zamasu can thought it up, Beerus already can sense the negative energy coming out of him. But he couldn't do anything yet. He wants to catch Zamasu in the act before he can retaliate, before he can react, you know? Because with these God of Destruction, they have rules that guides them. And if you go against it, you will have to deal with Zeno. So Vegeta having revenge on Beerus. I don't see it. Won't that line will not. It will be. I will be curious, but it will not. It wouldn't make sense if they find a way to make it make sense. The only way is Whis has to be involved in the destruction of Beerus. He has to be involved. If he's not involved, ain't nothing happening. And if Vegeta fails, let's not forget, if Vegeta in some way, shape, or form fails to kill Beerus, Beerus will Hakai him, you know? Beerus will just disintegrate him. And I know what some people are already thinking. Oh man, what are you talking about? Vegeta can handle Hakai power. Remember his fight with Topo. What are you talking about, man? Vegeta is strong enough to handle Hakai now. Get out of here, man. You don't know what you're saying. Topo using Hakai willy-nilly is not the same as Beerus using Hakai. People are so, you know, I don't know what's going like Topo using Hakai carelessly and Beerus, who is trained, honed his skills properly. And Beerus is probably the strongest god of destruction amongst his peers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Beerus is probably the strongest god of destruction among his peers. So it's not like Topo using Hakai throwing it at Vegeta. This type of Beerus's Hakai is just different. It doesn't have to mass energy like Topo to do it. He just hold you and just say Hakai and you're gone. Ball Z. Are you guys excited for Legends new update? Um, can you elaborate on what you just said? There is difference level in Hakai. People need to understand this. People that don't understand it need to sink it into their head. Hakai comes in levels. What Beerus did to Zamasu, it was so scary. The first time watching that, I'm like I felt chills in my spine. Like seriously, I felt chills in my spine watching Beerus and you guys like just how they did it. And you Beerus means business when he really wants to fuck shit up. He really means business. When he wants to fuck shit up, he means business. You know? Like literally. He means business. When he helps Zamasu and just takes his palm to his face, looks him dead in the eye. Like literally, he looked Zamasu dead in the eye and said, Hakai. And the activation of that power, just the sound, the music, the intention, the destructive intention here is just intense. And it's such a feeling that Zamasu has never felt in his entire life. He just screams. He's like, that scene was intense, man. If people were not taking Beerus seriously, that scene made people understand the damage Beerus can do. Like, like, man. Yeah, I mean, Frieza will be actually, Frieza is not that stupid. Frieza is very smart because he knows his father has warned him. Two people in this universe you don't want to the double cross. And when Beerus told Frieza, wipe out planet Vegeta, Frieza didn't utter a word, probably. He just did it. You know, his father, King Cole, warned them. Two people you don't double cross. Beerus, right? And Buu, Majin Buu. Frieza is not, I mean, Hakai comes in levels. Beerus using Hakai is not the same as Topo using Hakai. Now, could you imagine? You know what would be funny right now? Could you imagine if what's his name? Let me go back. MK Raj dash UR comes back right now and says he wants to be a mod in order to Hakai Liam. That would be funny right now. Did you just say Gear 5? Okay, I haven't. I don't know how Gear 5 looks like really. I'm still early on One Piece right now. So I have seen Gear 1, Gear 2. Is there even Gear 1? I don't think I have seen Gear 2 and Gear 3. So I have not seen Gear 4 of Luffy or Gear 5. So um and even on top of that, if Gear 5 Luffy is like Ultra Instincts is still no match for Beerus. Ultra Instincts is still no match for Beerus. Yeah, I mean, if Krillin uses Zakai, he's gonna have to understand the power in order to use it. He's gonna understand how to master that kind of destruction energy to use it. Yeah, I'm streaming One Piece every Saturday. I will be streaming One Piece this coming Saturday, so um, you can come join me live this coming Saturday for One Piece. No, right now I am on episode 340 right now. 340. Well, episode 300, I am on episode 339. And the next episode I will be reacting to will be 340 and up. So I'm still in the early stages of One Piece. Still in the early stages. Like the live stream, guys. Like the live stream and use super chats. Subscribe to the channel, members. Get extra content, special content. Yeah, I didn't stream One Piece this past Saturday because I had to go out. I wasn't available to at the time to do the live stream, so I had to record it ahead of time. Yeah, One Piece right now, 1100 plus episodes. That's insane. But at the same time, it shows the dedication of the fans and the writer, and they are utilizing their time perfectly. They are utilizing their money, their time, their effort, their audience, the voiceovers. right? They are utilizing everything perfectly. Shout out to One Piece, man. Shout out to One Piece. All right, guys, I will be ending this live stream in um in let me say 9 minutes, or let me just say when it hits 6:20, 6:20 Eastern Standard Time, I will be ending the live stream. So practically in 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, let's get the likes up, people. Let's get the likes up. Use super chat to send something something for to your boy. Use membership. Subscribe to the membership channel. I will be logging off in 7 minutes. So if you guys, whatever you want to throw at me right now, throw it at me. My favorite gear right now is gear. Well, I need to see more of gear 3. I have seen gear 2. I kind of like gear 2, but gear 3, Luffy just expands one of his body parts to be so big and devastating. So, you know, I have only seen gear 2 and gear 3 for now. Right now it is 6:14 Eastern Standard Time. 6:14 p.m. I don't even know what gear 1 is. What is gear? I don't know what gear 1 is, man. I guess that totally makes sense because I'm trying to figure out what gear 1 really is. Gear 1 is Luffy's base form. That makes sense. That makes absolute sense. Base form. Are you guys doing any? Do you guys have any big plans this season? You guys going? You guys traveling? I know Swag said that he will be diving deep into Dragon Ball content, gaming, movies, arcs. What are you guys doing this weekend? Any or this season? Any big plans? Are you traveling? Are you going to a wedding? Are you going to a family reunion? Why does my voice remind you of The Rock? Thank you so much for saying that. I have heard it. Are you sure you're not talking to The Rock? Hmm? Are you sure, Crystal? Are you sure you're not talking to The Rock in disguise? Are you sure you're not talking to the Great One? Are you sure you are not speaking to the Brahma Bull himself, the Jabroni beating? Are you sure you are not talking to The Rock in disguise? If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share you guys a secret. Truth be told, when I say let's check out the next episodes and see what took place, that actually came from if you smell what The Rock is cooking. That's truth be told. I try to have my because again I forgot to mention The Rock is also part of the reason why I got into fitness too. I forgot to mention him for some particular reason. You know, I forgot to mention him. It was Goku or Dragon Ball, Bruce Lee, and The Rock. Those three individuals were the people that motivated me to get into fitness, martial art, the wholesome to be fit. You know what I mean? So he has always been a role model of mine. He has always been somebody that I liked his intellect and his persona. And when I started YouTube, and along the line, I wanted to get a catchphrase of my own, or I wanted to bring something that I can say in the end that can be similar to when he says, if you smell what the rock is cooking. So I came up with mine. Let's check out the next episode and see what took place. That's where it came from. I have never revealed this. This is my very first time revealing this. And if you watch, they kind of sound similar or ends similar, you know? If you smell what the rock is cooking. Let's check out the next episode and see what took place. That's where my line came from, you know? So you guys are getting a real truth right now, a real gospel truth that I've never revealed it because the time never presented itself for it, you know. But now that you guys are getting to know me a little more, I think now, I'm revealing that to you. So there you have it. Crystal McLean said, I don't know what The Rock is cooking. Well, me neither. But I think The Rock is always cooking something. He's always cooking something, whether good or bad, but he's always cooking something. The real question is, are you ready to smell what he's cooking, though? I don't know. Multiverse of Sui. Are you a fan, Multiverse? Because that Sui sounds like what I say. Oh, now that we're into something, let me reveal where the Sui came from. I'm revealing something now, like Multiverse of Sui. How you doing, man? How are you doing? It's Ronaldo celebration. Okay, man. Do you, bro? Celebrate. Celebrate. But drink safely, though. Drink wisely and safely. Drink wisely and safely. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that sui is yes in Spanish. But me saying sui, most of you guys that are watching this video knows that you hear me say that almost in all my reaction when there is an impact, right? That came like this should be a content I should post right now in the membership side of things, I shouldn't be giving this out willy-nilly, but because you know you guys have been nice, and you know I guess the moment has called for me to reveal these things. The reason why I do that is because, yeah, I hear you. Drink safely and enjoy the company of good smelling women. But be careful though. Be careful, buddy. Because although women are beautiful, beautifully made, the ass, the titties, the woman ambiance, God bless them, man. May the Creator keep them. They are beautifully made, but at the same time, you got to be careful, bro. A woman can make can be they can be good a good thing to have, and they can also be the worst things to have. This is facts. This is factual. Just be careful, man. Be careful. There are lots of diseases going on out there, man. So strap up. Strap yourself up, man. Protect yourself. Strap up and be safe. Strap up and be safe, man. Wow, we have actually passed the timeline that I set. We've passed it by 4 minutes. We've passed the limit that I set to end the live stream by 4 minutes. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Thank you so damn much for coming to the live stream. I have always enjoyed my time with you guys. Thank you for coming. Please be sure to like the live stream. For you guys that will watch this live stream after, please support the channel by liking the live stream. Use super chat, use super thank you if you want. That helps out. Every little helps me out. Even if it is $1, it helps out. It goes a long way. The stuff that I do, equipments, time, energy, you know, much appreciated. For you guys that are already in the membership or have joined the membership, Swag is right here. Thank you, Swag, for your support. For my other members, thank you for your support. I know CC was here earlier. CC messaged me and said that her card had a little bit of an issue, that she will be rejoining. And this time she might be going up the ladder to be able to watch the other content, like my truck um, videos and all of that stuff. So, CC, no worries. Take your time. And for other guys that are there, thank you so much for your support. Much appreciated. We will continue to push forward. We will continue to grow. And oh, wow, we got Liam. Liam said he's coming in to be a member tomorrow. Thank you. Shout out to you, Liam, in advance. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. And for CC, thanks. I know you messaged me earlier. I heard you. Um, you know, take your time. And for you guys that are watching, hey, you know, come to the membership. Come to the membership. Good things. I planned a lot of good things that I want to do in the membership side. I know that the general public, I like entertaining them. I like giving content, but I also like to give people their money worth. If they are spending extra to support me in the comment section, and you guys as well, you guys can use the the, the custom badges that I have, that I made available. You guys can access it anytime. The custom badges, you guys can use both the members side, members people, and the general public can use the custom emojis. Yeah, that's what it's called. I forgot about it now. The custom emojis. You can use the custom emojis that I set up. Come to the membership, subscribe to the membership, and yeah, you see, Swag is using them. That's the Dragon Ball stuff that I set up, custom emojis. So I set up a lot of stuff in there, Dragon Ball and other stuff that are in the custom emojis there. So make use of that because I made them available for you guys. And I know I don't say this a lot because once I start streaming, or doing anything. I'm focusing on that instead of other little stuff that I've made available for you guys. You know, look at the custom emojis. For you guys who don't know how to access custom emojis, just go to chat, click images. You know, the custom emojis there. You will see a bunch of stuff that I made available. And here's the thing: the more members we get, the more members that subscribe, the more I will have more emojis to put out. You know, the more members, the more we grow, the more I'll have the availability to put more emojis. I have other emojis that I want to put out, like Brawly and all these things. Yeah, you see, Swag is making use of them right now. I see Goku, I see, other emojis out there. So take advantage. Even some of you guys that are watching this right now that are not a member yet, take take and make use of the custom emojis that I have. And I know for the membership, there's levels to it. There's level to what you can see. I think 2 weeks ago, I did a live stream where all the members can um, partake on what I'm talking about. I think it was about my health. I think that's what the title is called. All the members, I was able to do that stream for all members. So these are some of the things that I want to, keep doing for you guys. So either way, it's been an awesome live stream, and I hope, depending on, yeah, man, see you tomorrow. Depending on where you are, if you're going out to work this evening, or if depending on your timeline, if you're stepping out, be careful out there. You know, um, enjoy your time with your family. Continue to be safe, man, and know that nothing, you know, appreciate every moment, even if it is with your friends, with your family members, because late last year, I lost my elder sister. And I actually did a live stream talking about it the beginning of this year. It's on my channel. And, we grew up together. And from time to time, it does, like, it's such a weird um, thing for me to really remember. Like, I grew up with this person and I can't see them anymore. So when I say what I say and the things I've said, it's also coming from a real life experience. So appreciate your loved ones, appreciate every moment that you have with your friends, every moment, appreciate it, because life is too short, you know. Um, I have said enough. Keep on keeping on, guys. See you in the next video. And check me out tomorrow for the beginning after the end. Thursday will be Windbreaker. Yeah, I have to end this live stream soon because kids are coming out. They're playing outside in summer. They're having fun. Thursday will be Windbreaker. Friday will be Fire Force. And then Saturday will be One Piece. And maybe SmackDown review, either Saturday or on Sunday. We'll see. All right, good guys. Ah, yeah. These kids they're going wild right now. And even looking at them, I remember being them when I was a kid. So I'm not gonna tell them to to shut up and go away. Yeah, let them be kids. All right, guys. Adios.